There's the cathedral. Now to find my way into your lab, Sims. Can't believe he went through with it. Poor town. This bears investigating. Leon, so you've been caught up in this too. Hope you have the stomach for it.
Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil 6. We are now in Ada's second level. And this is where it starts getting interesting. Because, you know, we know from Leon's campaign that Ada was in Tall Oaks. Here's the Serpent Emblem, by the way. We know that she was in Tall Oaks, so we know that, you know, we would have to play a level in Tall Oaks. However, it's, you know, it's completely different from the Tall Oaks that Leon and Helena have to go through. So, in that way, it's very much like separate ways where we know she's in the area, we just don't know how she meets up with the characters or anything like that. So, that's why I do like this. I almost said DLC. This is not a DLC. But yeah, we're gonna have to look for quite a lot of stuff. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a lot more... I guess it's a lot more classic Resident Evil because there's a lot more looking for stuff and,
Shouldn't take much to
you know, solving puzzles to get it, so...
This looks
I like how it's like, oh yeah, you need a lock to open this, but you just shoot it. Like in the older games, we would have had to go on a 3-hour fetch quest just to get a key. And here's some zombies. So these are the majority of what Ada will be fighting for most of her levels. Because she goes through a lot more stuff that Leon goes through than what Chris and Jake go through. We will meet up with Chris, but we'll mostly be meeting up with Leon. Which means, since Leon's primary, you know, antagonists were zombies, Ada's will be too. But since we will be crossing paths with Chris at least once, that of course means that there will be some Joavo in the mix. I hate when the game gives you random camera angles like that. It's like it tries to be old Resident Evil, but it's just, it comes out of nowhere and it's kind of annoying.
Won't open. This is going to need something particular to unlock it.
So we need to get in this building right now, but we kind of can't right now because we only have one little piece of the coat of arms, the Simmons family crest. I do believe this is an area that Leon was in, but it's a little different. And I'm sorry if you can hear like buzzing noises or really loud machinery. There's construction going on next door, so sorry. So again, this is an area that Leon and Helena have not gone to, which is good because with Ada, or really with, I've said this before, with all of these campaigns, you absolutely could have just kept reusing the same areas and had the story be different, but for every single character, there's barely any, you know, repeats between areas, and I really love that. So there's some puzzles that we can do in here. This one's the easiest. That one's the easiest because all you have to do is just knock down that little bridge and then grab that.
That's the same color as the chest I just...
That key allows you to get in here, which there's going to be an actual puzzle in here. So first off, we're going to... Okay. He just kind of fell down. Did your legs just feel like not working anymore? So we want to shoot down these bodies real quick. Actually, I don't think you have to shoot down these bodies, but I like to do it anyway. Because you get some goodies for it. But what we want to do right now is, after we collect all this stuff, we want to push this guy over to where that one body was. And then we need to stand on the little breakaway part. And then he'll get stuck there, and then we can just jump right down. I don't actually know if you can stand on that part. I probably should have tried that out. But the puzzle is not quite done yet because we still have to get out of this room now.
There are more missing pieces.
Yes, there are, Ada. So the way we get out of here is you see that there's these like pressure plates on the floor. They are electrified. The electric current isn't quite going through all of them yet, but they will if you push bodies onto them. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that means the electricity goes through them. I'm really not sure. And I don't know if there's a way to do this without getting electrified, because it seems like Ada kind of has to get hit. See, like there's no way around it. And this is the kind of tricky part. You need to kill someone on this little pad right here. Or maybe just lure them on. Maybe they don't necessarily have to die. And we got him. And somehow 3 bodies electrified on those plates somehow makes the power work. So, just a little secret for you. If you've got power running through your house, electricity and stuff, there's probably 3 dead bodies in your basement. Just FYI. And through here, there's some goodies you can grab. Now, this is an area that we should not go through, hopefully. And you'll see what I mean. We just want to grab this stuff and hopefully not have to actually come down here legitimately. Yeah, I don't know why they gave Ada all the puzzles. Like, they could have given it to really all the characters, or Leon and Ada. But Leon gets, like... I don't even remember if Leon gets any puzzles, but it's Ada who gets the majority of the puzzles. And they're, like, one right after another. So there's a bit of a hint as to what to do here. You want to shoot each of the zombies onto the wall with the crossbow. It's a little finicky. And if you screw up, the floor will fall, and Ada will fall to the ground, which is that room that we just picked all that stuff up in. So hopefully we won't end up there. Because I think the floor can only handle so much weight, which is why we need to get these guys on the wall. I don't know. It's a little annoying. You have to make sure that they're like right next to the wall. See, we got that guy. We got that guy somehow. Hopefully we can get this guy. Yep, we got him. And now we can just jump across and get the crate here.
Better hold on to this. I might need it.
I guess that's... Yeah, it's the last thing that we really needed to pick up right now, I think, anyway. Should be. That's a weird shadow. I feel like that shadow doesn't... Wait, what is it even... That thing? Yeah, that shadow's a little weird. I feel like it shouldn't be that... I don't know. It just looks weird to me. So now we gotta find our way back to that door that we could put the Simmons family crests in. See, I feel like sometimes they just have you use this for, like, no reason. It's just like, hey, here's... Like, how did she know she had to go into that building, or that building even had a hole in the top of it to go down into?
Wanna play, huh? All right. Ready or not, here I come. Now, who's first?
So, what we have to do here, if it's not very clear, is that there is a kind of a skeleton face, a skeleton face, that is missing an eye, and I do believe a tooth. And one of those guys has each of those things, so we're gonna go ahead and collect it. Hopefully we don't get sawed to death in here, so let's just keep going. I don't know what's in there, so we should probably just keep moving. It's probably one of those beginner traps that's like, oh, I should go in there. Ow, oh my god, I didn't even realize that there was a whopper in here. I do believe, you know, Ada's exploding arrows should deal with the whopper fairly quickly. Yep, that was very quick. Dude, come on, attack me. I want to counter. There we go. These guys are a little bit more tough than the normal zombies. So it's not going to be, you know, you're not going to just quickly kill these guys. It's going to take a little bit anyway. I'm glad that Operation Raccoon City is the only game that gets infected, you know, where the characters get infected if you get bitten by a zombie, because that is one of the most annoying things about that game. There are a lot of annoying things about that game, but that's one of the ones that sticks out in my mind as, like, just absolutely god-awful. It's like, there's so many zombies in that game, all they have to do is, like, touch you, and you'll get infected, and you have to find an antiviral spray. Oh, God, that game is so terrible. There were like 3 Resident Evil games released that year. 2 of them are good, and one of them is just... You know, 2 of them are good, and one of them is Operation Raccoon City. Ugh. Awful game. Like, people complain about Resident Evil 6, which is like, alright, if you really don't like the game, whatever. I happen to really enjoy it. I think it's a really good game. But Operation Raccoon City, man, that is unexcusably bad. Yeah, 2012 was a weird year for Resident Evil. There was a new CG movie. I think there was a new live-action movie. There was, you know, 3 games, and that's crazy. For a Resident Evil fan, 2012 was a very good year. Because there was Revelations, which is amazing, Resident Evil 6, which is really good, and then Resident Evil Damnation, which is a really good movie. The only black sheeps in those... Shoop is the plural of sheep, shoop. The only black sheep in that family, really, that year was whatever live-action Resident Evil movie and Operation Raccoon City. I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I'm really excited. I'm meeting Roger Craig Smith this Saturday, or it was probably last Saturday when this video goes up. But I'm really excited for that. I want to see if he will sign my copy of Resident Evil 5, which would be really awesome. Because he's like one of my favorite voice actors, and I finally get to meet Chris Redfield. Oh my god. If I could somehow transport a boulder with me, I'd ask him if he could punch it, but I don't know. I feel like that's weird. I feel like the people who are like, can you say this for me? Is like, they're just weird. Like, he's a person, you know, whenever you meet voice actors or someone like that, it's like, don't just ask them to say stuff. That's dumb. Like, they're people. That was kind of cool, that little angle there where the guy fell into the camera angle and then exploded. I I feel like these parts would be a little bit more suspenseful if it wasn't for the, like, duh, 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 duh music. Hello, sir. Well, hello there. There's someone behind me, isn't there? I can't bother to look because people in front of me. Oops. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. Ow, I knew it. Oh, we haven't seen these guys in a really long time. How did I mess that up? Oh, well, not quite. He's still not dead, though. Now he is. Oof, that was a close one. I was really hoping to get him in midair. That would have looked so cool. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like Ada doesn't have as much health as the rest of the characters. I think I'm probably just, like, lying. Not lying, but just remembering that wrong. I know for a fact she has less health in Resident Evil 4, because she's really easy to get killed in that game. God, I love the crossbow. It's so cool. Not only is it so cool, it's also really useful. I feel like she's weaker in this game, too. I feel like every zombie's taken, like, a bunch of melee hits. Oh. Oh, well, it's a spare. It's not quite a strike. The reason that I'm dropping the arrows is because it would just save up room in my inventory because I have the infinite ammo stuff on the, you know, the bow and arrows. Bow and arrow. It's a crossbow. I hope he rolls back over that. Nope, never mind. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. He died. Ugh. Do we really want to touch that tooth, though? That's gross. Alright, goodbye, guys. There's a good bottleneck here, though. Oh, man. I feel like 90% of the headshots I'm getting are just neck shots in this game. But now all we have to do is just go ahead and put the eyes and tooth into the skeleton, the scary skeleton, the spooky, scary skeleton. Skeleton is an inside joke, by the way. I'm not mispronouncing skeleton. Hopefully, once we put the tooth in there, it'll be able to handle it. Hopefully, it can handle the tooth. He looks
man, Simmons, as twisted as they come.
That's making me laugh for like no good reason. The skeleton is just like, "Ay." So that's the last little bit of the Simmons family crest. I do believe it should be. Although I forget how we get across this. We probably go around? No? What about the other side? Oh wow, that was the easiest solution to anything ever. Just go around it. Yeah, I think now we have to backtrack and put all the Simmons family crests into the door. Yeah, we're coming out the top again, so we'll finally do what we couldn't do in the beginning of the video. See, this is very classic Resident Evil. It's like the thing that you want to do is right there, but you can't do it until you do some arbitrary fetch quest. And that's why we love you, Resident Evil. At least for the first couple games. And then it really legitimately would have gotten annoying if it just kept doing that. Which is why I'm glad the series evolved. I've said this about 1,000,000 times. Alright, well, let's head down, I guess. There is a serpent emblem right there. That is a very easy one to miss because you're probably just going to walk directly forward.